Hey guys, this is John Litton with Performance Unlimited, and I'm back with another tip to help you love the way you look, feel, and live. Today we're talking about keto. So everybody probably knows somebody, friend, family member, I don't know, that has been doing, probably talking about, but not ever actually acting on, being able to be inside of a ketogenic diet. Did you know that that's what the word actually means? Keto is short for ketogenic. So what is a keto diet? Well, like most all other diets, it's a general term for increasing your fats to a certain extent, having some sort of moderate to high level amount of proteins, but then doing the same thing that every other diet does. What's that? Actually decreasing the amount of processed foods, be it that we're actually pushing more towards whole ingredients, plant-based or otherwise. We're deleting or drastically reducing the amount of sugar that we're actually intaking. And within the keto side of things, we're typically taking our carbohydrates down to the lowest glycemic index possible, meaning that we're typically just including some sort of starchy vegetables. So what makes this actually successful or effective for you, your friends? How might you want to be able to jump onto this? The effectiveness comes in threefold. Number one, you're going to be conscious about what you're eating. That's why dieting works. And trust me, all dieting works, no matter what end of the spectrum you're actually going to. But for keto, being conscious about how much fat you're intaking, how much sugar or deleting all of it, how much and what type of carbohydrates you're taking in is really the name of the game. When you're conscious, when you're actually paying attention to it, you're managing, you're operating at optimal levels, and good things happen, especially when it's a far cry from the way that you normally live. Number two, again, it's all about that carbohydrate content. We are going from a moderate to high, maybe even super high level of processed and modified carbohydrates, refined grains. And in the keto, we're conscious about really reducing those or eliminating most of them altogether. Number three, increasing your fat intake and or your protein intake. So it all depends on which direction you go within keto. Maybe you're going high protein and moderate to high fat, which is commonly called a modified Atkins, or maybe you're going into a high fat and moderate protein, which is more of this true quote unquote keto. The question becomes, and this is what we always want to ask you when it relates to nutrition strategies, the question is, are you going to be able to sustain that? If I was going to look at you a year from now, are you still doing the same ketogenic approach? Are you still getting the same benefits? And are there any side effects that are more detrimental than it's worth the investment of time, energy, and effort to being able to organize and consciously change the behaviors as it relates to nutrition? So when you put all those together, take a look at it. I definitely would encourage everybody to look into some resources that may guide you appropriately. Hell, ask us about why we would actually recommend some things for you and how we would recommend you actually take some actions into getting involved with a nutritional strategy like keto, and decide for yourself on whether or not it's for you, whether you can be sustainable on it, and whether you ultimately want to put that into your day-to-day routine.